Hi guys, and welcome to the Cayman Islands, famous for its turquoise waters, vibrant marine life and unforgettable adventures. But for many, it is still an undiscovered paradise. I have been coming here my entire life, and over the years I've explored everything from the iconic experiences to hidden gems that most people never get the chance to see. And in this video, I want to show you why the Cayman Islands should be at the top of your travel list, and why it's one of my favorite places in the world. So whether you're looking for adventure, relaxation, or the perfect blend of both, here are some of the most unforgettable experiences you can't miss on this stunning island. So as soon as you get off the plane, I highly recommend coming straight to Sunset House. This is a tradition that me and my family have every time we come to the Cayman Islands. I recommend picking up a rum punch as well as some Kong fritters to get straight into the Caribbean feel. So we're gonna go in there, grab all of that and get right into it. And as a quick note, if you're here at Christmas, make sure to visit the house across the road from Sunset House. It is lit up with an amazing light show. The whole island takes Christmas very seriously, and driving around at night feels pretty magical. There is nothing quite like waking up to a Cayman Island sunrise. And today we're starting with one of the biggest adventures the island has to offer. Morning guys, and welcome to another day in the Cayman Islands. Today we're doing my favourite trip. We're heading to Stingray City and exploring as much of the island as we can. Definitely going to see some stingrays, and fingers crossed, hopefully might see a few sharks. There is something really magical about sailing through the crystal clear waters, and every time I'm here it feels like I'm rediscovering the island all over again. Our first stop is this beautiful reef, home to some of the most vibrant marine life in the Caribbean. The water is so clear you can see right down to the bottom, almost like you're floating over glass. Exploring the reef is always a highlight, with schools of fish darting through the water, and if you're lucky, you might even spot a stingray or two before getting to the main event. On our way to Stingray City, we got lucky and spotted one swimming alongside the boat. That's when you know you're getting close. And here we are, Stingray City. It's a busy spot, but there is a reason for that. This shallow sandbar has become one of the most unique and unforgettable experiences you can have in the Cayman Islands. These stingrays are wild but friendly, and being able to get close to them like this is something you can only experience here. And whether you're just feeding them or floating alongside, being here is simply like nothing else. It's easy to see why Stingray City is at the top of most people's must-do list. If there's one thing you do in the Cayman Islands, make sure it's this. Stingray City will leave a lasting impression on you. And it's always my favourite thing to do when I come to Cayman. And as life experiences go, I would argue it's pretty hard to beat this. Although we didn't spot any sharks on this trip, last time we were lucky enough to come face to face with a couple, and it was honestly one of the most incredible moments of my life. My family and I still agree it was one of the most memorable experiences we've ever had. And that's one of the things that makes Stingray City so special. You simply never know what surprises you'll find in these waters. And I have to give a shout out to Point Blue Sailing. They're the crew we always sail with, and they really know how to make these trips unforgettable. From the clear waters of the Cayman Islands to deep within its jungles, our next adventure takes us to the island's core, where over thousands of years something truly amazing has been happening. There's only one road in and one road out, and you need to be guided through this unique part of the island. What awaits you inside is like nothing else you'll experience in the Cayman Islands. Right, so today we are checking out the Cayman Islands Crystal Caves. A lot of people tend to skip this tour because it's not a beach, but I do highly recommend doing it. And you're going to see why in a second. So we're going to go in there, grab some footage, and yeah, let's see what it's all about. What's amazing about these crystal caves is that it's not just one large cave. You actually explore a series of caves, each with its own unique formations and atmosphere. Inside you'll find incredible stalactites and stalagmites, formed over thousands of years as water slowly dripped through the limestone. The shapes and formations are like something out of this world. It's incredibly humid inside of the caves and it really feels like you're on an adventure. And the best part, these caves are home to a colony of bats. Watching them fly overhead whilst you're walking through these caves is an unforgettable experience. Having a tour guide here is a huge plus. They're incredibly knowledgeable, not just about the caves themselves, but also the wildlife, the vegetation, and the history of the island. They bring the experience to life in a way you wouldn't get to explore on your own. And I tell you what, they really saved the best for last. The final cave, known as the Lake Cave, is where you'll find a stunning underground lake. The light reflecting off the water creates an incredible, almost otherworldly glow. That is absolutely breathtaking. So whether you're a nature lover, or just looking for something a little off the beaten path, these crystal caves are an adventure you won't want to miss. Good afternoon and good evening everyone. Welcome to another day in paradise. Today we're exploring Kaibo Marina, right around the corner from Rum Point. This is the kind of place you want to come to if you want to kind of avoid the touristy stuff a little bit and come to somewhere a bit more local. There's so much stuff to do here. You've got Starfish Point right around the corner where you can just explore to your heart's content, as well as hit some sick wakes. So we're going to go do that in a minute. As well as Kaibo itself. Great restaurant here, great bar. If you want to pick up a drink and enjoy some local music, this is the place to be. So yeah, we're going to enjoy the evening, get some good footage, and yeah, see how the evening takes us. One of the best things about this spot is that you can get right out onto the water. Whether you're into wakeboarding, wake surfing, or just enjoy a boat ride, it is the perfect place to catch some waves. Kaibo is such a chilled spot. Great food, amazing drinks, and just an all-round local vibe. Whether you're sitting around the bar or lounging on the beach, the setting here is perfect for soaking in those island vibes. In case I haven't mentioned this yet, a beer I really recommend trying if you're into your beers is White Tip. It's one of the local ones, nice brewery, nice beer, really easy to drink and perfect at Kaibo. Highly recommend it. There's more to do here than just eat and drink. Kaibo has fun games like ping pong and sack throw, and on different nights they host a variety of events. From live music to theme parties, it's a great spot whether you're hanging out during the day or enjoying the atmosphere at night. After a day by the water, it's time to change things up and head inland. Morning guys, and welcome to another day in paradise. Today unfortunately it's raining a little bit, so instead of wasting our time spending it at the beach, we decided that we're going to head to the Parrot Sanctuary. Now I've never been before, I don't know that much about it, but I have a lot of family that go there and they really enjoy it. So we're going to head there now, see what it's all about. I'm sure it's all about parrots, and try and survive in my cousin's car because this thing is falling apart and making some weird noises, so hopefully we make it there okay. The sanctuary is home to a wide variety of animals, not just parrots. From terrapin basking in the sun to some really cool hermit crabs, there is always something to see. And of course there are the colourful birds that give the sanctuary its name. And we fell in love with this little guy, little bit. He's a Cayman rabbit and his story is pretty special. Orphaned as a baby, he's been raised around humans his whole life. Now he's so friendly, he even stands on his hind legs to greet visitors. It's hard not to fall in love with him, so if you do visit the Parrot Sanctuary, go say hi from me. Of course, a big part of the Parrot Sanctuary are the birds. The sanctuary houses a wide variety of species, some native to the Cayman Islands and others from around the Caribbean. You can actually feed them, but trust me, they'll try to grab onto anything they can get. Yeah, so my head is literally a bird's nest, apparently. It's such a unique and close-up experience. There. Parrots are a big part of the sanctuary, with several different species on display, with some of these birds being here as part of rescue efforts, as the sanctuary also plays a role in rehabilitating injured or displaced birds. So we've just come across a bird called Coco, and you'll know she is called Coco because she will tell you. Hello, Coco. This is where it gets nervous now. Hi, Coco. I'm failing at proving my point there. Hi, Coco. And after showing me up, Coco decided to speak. Hi, Coco. Hi, Coco. Right, so we just finished up at the Parrot Sanctuary and we had the most amazing time. I've never actually been here before, but the variety of different animals and birds and experiences that you can have here are well worth it, and the staff were really, really nice. Seriously, highly recommend it. If you're in Grand Cayman, definitely come check this place out. Right, so this afternoon we're checking out a secret location, Spots Beach. Now, if you want to see some turtles in their natural environment, this is the best chance you're going to get. If you spend enough time in the water, you're really likely to see some. The reason why there are turtles here in the first place is because they graze on the seagrass here. So basically, as long as there's seagrass, you're likely to see some turtles. So I'm going to grab the GoPro, grab the iPhone, jump in there, hopefully get some good footage. Spots Beach is one of the best kept secrets in the Cayman Islands when it comes to spotting wildlife. Unlike more crowded beaches, this spot gives you the perfect chance to see turtles up close in their natural habitat. You'll see them grazing peacefully on the seagrass, swimming alongside you, or even popping up for some air. It's truly an unforgettable experience to see these creatures in the wild, and it's something that makes Spots Beach so special. And it's not just the turtles, you might come across some stingrays gliding through the water. If you do visit Spots Beach, it's important to remember these turtles are wild. And while it's amazing to get up close, it's essential not to harass or disturb them. Because if they do get stressed out by tourists, they will simply just move on. And we could lose this incredible chance to see them here. So enjoy this incredible experience, but remember to give them the space that they need. The next morning, we were surprised by some fresh coconuts straight off the tree. The great thing about the Caribbean is that these grow absolutely everywhere, so if you're into your coconut water, you're in luck. Oh, and by the way, I'm aiming to get as close to 500 subscribers by the end of the year as possible, so if you enjoyed this video, a like and subscribe would be greatly appreciated. Now that we've had a quick refresher, it's time to explore more of the island's natural beauty. Hi guys, and welcome to another day in paradise. Today we're exploring Queen Elizabeth II's Botanic Park. You've got so much to explore here. You've got a large collection of flowers, different types of plants all over the place, as well as loads of different types of wildlife. The main thing we're looking out for today is the blue iguana. Now, luckily for us, there is one right behind us starting our journey, so we've kind of already seen one. But as I understand, the blue iguana is kind of rare now, so seeing as many as we can is quite a rarity. So let's head on in, explore, and see what we can find. Each area of the park offers something different, from vibrant flowers to exotic plants unique to the island. And remember to keep an eye out for the native blue iguana. Okay, so as we have been venturing around, we have found a few blue iguanas, which is really nice for me to see because a few years ago I came here and for some reason there weren't many around. So the fact that we've seen one like this guy right here just chilling on a rock doing his thing is good news for me because I'm a big fan of these animals and I love seeing them in the wild. The park is also home to a sanctuary, helping to protect and restore the native blue iguana's population, one of the island's most iconic species. It's a peaceful place, perfect for families and nature lovers, and it's a really great way to experience the island's natural beauty. After exploring the island's beautiful plant life, it's time to explore its clear waters. One of the coolest things about the Cayman Islands is that basically every beach is perfect for snorkeling. Whether you're swimming out, kayaking, or heading out by boat, you'll find some of the most incredible marine life right below the surface. You'll see everything from vibrant fish and lobster to colourful coral reefs that make every trip out into the water a new adventure. Grand Cayman is actually considered one of the best places in the world for snorkeling and scuba diving. And it's easy to see why. The water is crystal clear, the reefs are healthy, and the variety of marine life is just insane. So whether you're a beginner or a pro, there is something for everyone out here. You never know what you'll come across. Sea turtles, parrotfish, and even maybe a stingray or two if you're lucky. Every time you go out, it's just a completely different experience. After exploring the underwater world, let's head back to dry land and dive into some history, and maybe even a bottle of rum while we're at it. Afternoon guys, and welcome to another day in paradise. Today we are exploring Pedro St. James. If you want to get a bit of history of the island and learn what the culture is all about, this is a great place to come and check it out. There's also rum tasting around the corner, so we're going to go check that out, try some proper Jamaican and Caribbean rums, and yeah, let's go check it out. Pedro St. James is known as the birthplace of democracy in the Cayman Islands. Built in the 1700s, this historical house has been restored and preserved, and it gives you a glimpse as to what it was like on the island back in the day. The building itself is pretty impressive, and it's one of the oldest structures on the island, making it a key stop if you're interested in the history of the island. The grounds are beautiful too, and it's a nice quiet place to take a stroll while you soak in the history and get a feel for the island's past. And as I mentioned earlier, right round the corner there's rum tasting, where you can sample some of the best Caribbean and Jamaican rums. It's a great way to wrap up the visit and get a little taste of the island. After tasting some fine rums, you're probably thinking, what's next? Well, when it comes to fine food, I've got 4 spots you need to check out depending on what you're in the mood for. First up, if you're looking for a place with a stunning sunset and excellent food, Grand Old House is the spot, and it gives you a great reason to dress up and enjoy some fine dining. If you're looking for something a bit more casual with a great Caymanian vibe, Over the Edge and South Coast Bar and Grill are great places to stop at. Great food, relaxing atmosphere, and perfect if you just want to kick back and enjoy some local flavours. And if you've got a sweet tooth, Gelato & Co in Camana Bay is the place to go. So if you're looking for something fancy or something casual, these spots have you covered. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. And now, of course, if you're in the Caribbean, there is one spot you just can't miss. Hi guys, and welcome to Rum Point. Rum Point is the kind of place you might want to come to if you want to grab a cocktail and just enjoy the Caribbean life. Quite a chill place. There isn't loads and loads to do here, but you can grab yourself a cocktail, grab yourself some food, go out for a snorkel and just enjoy the Caribbean beach. So we're going to go in there, grab a cocktail and just enjoy the rest of the day. Right, so Rum Point has changed quite a bit since I was last here. They've renovated it, they've done some work, and it feels different, it has a different vibe. There's a lot less shade, but especially if you come during the week, it's still quite chill, quite quiet. You can pick yourself up a nice cocktail. They are very expensive, I do warn you. But if you want to have a quiet day out, just relax, enjoy some palm trees, enjoy the sea, Rum Point's a good place to come. Next up, we're heading into Georgetown, which is the main town in Grand Cayman. It's a small town, but it has some great shops and restaurants to check out. We decided to stop off at the Hard Rock Cafe for lunch. And as always, I had a visit to my favourite shop, Guy Harvey, where I usually pick up a few bits whilst I'm here. This is also where the cruise ships dock, so if you're visiting by cruise, this is the first spot you'll hit. And fun fact, there's actually a pretty decent snorkeling spot right here in Georgetown, so you can literally jump straight into the water right after a little shopping. As you can see, we've mainly focused on one half of Grand Cayman in this video, but there is still so much more to explore on this island. So I'll be heading back there at Christmas to show you even more must-see places. So if you want to discover more of what makes Grand Cayman so special, be sure to subscribe because there is so much more coming your way.